If a story is a room, narrative voice is the person with the flashlight. Where they stand, what they illuminate, and how they describe it completely changes your experience. It's the single most important choice an author makes. Take first person, the story told with I. You get immediate intimacy, a direct line into a character's head. But there's a catch: the unreliable narrator. They might be biased, mistaken, or outright lying. As a reader, you have to look for the cracks in their story, where their version of events just doesn't add up. It's a personal view, but it can also be a trap. Then you have third person, using he or she. Think of this like a camera lens. On one end, the omniscient narrator is a wide-angle drone shot, all-knowing, seeing into every character's mind, perfect for epic social dramas. In the middle is third-person limited, which stays attached to just one character's thoughts, offering intimacy with a bit of distance. And at the far extreme, the objective narrator is a fixed security camera. It only reports what can be seen and heard, forcing you to guess everyone's motives. The choice of voice is all about purpose. An author traps you in a character's paranoia with first person to create horror. They use an objective narrator to make everyone's motives a puzzle. There are even advanced blends, like free indirect discourse, where a third-person voice suddenly adopts a character's internal panic, without saying he thought, like he looked at the clock, oh, he was going to be so late. Narrative voice isn't just a grammatical choice, it's a contract with the reader. It defines what we know, how much we feel, and whether we can trust the storyteller at all.